Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Premier League Fantasy Football and welcome to my video. In today's video, I'm going to be looking at my team going into game week 3. Now, if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe and drop a like on the video. Now, before we continue though, let's have a look at my sponsor for this video. This video is sponsored by OneFootball, a football application that you can download from Google Play Store and the App Store. And as you can see, I'm just browsing the application right now, looking at the latest news and the fixtures. So if you want to download it, there'll be a link in the description below. As you can see here, I'm just checking out the follow feature here that you can follow your favorite teams. I'm going to go ahead and pick West Ham because I want all of their notifications right now because I've got Benrahma and Antonio in my FPL team. So do the same thing. Like I've got Ings, I might go ahead and add Aston Villa. So anytime I get a notification, I'm like, okay, I think my player has scored. So check it out. Do the same thing what I did. But as you can see, there's a lot of features here. You can look at the season. You can check out their stats. You can check out their squad. And you can go in more detail here. I'm just going to pick like Antonio and check out his info and so on. But there are tons of news, tons of articles, tons of things to read, tons of things to watch. So please check it out. There's transfer rumors as well. So follow your favorite teams. There'll be a link in the description below. And yeah, thank you so much for OneFootball for supporting my video. So as you can see, we are on our way to game week 3. As you all know, I have managed to bank my transfer in game week 2. I got a green arrow, so I'm inside the 600k. Although I'm a little bit disappointed because I will go through that in a second. But basically, I banked the transfer like I mentioned before. That was the first plan that I had, and I spoke to you guys about this long time ago. And going into game week 3, I have already used both of my transfers. So let's have a look. So as you can see, after the West Ham versus Leicester City game, I used both of my 2-3 transfers. I removed Tony, that is 6.5, 25.1% owned, blanked both of the games there. And I brought in Antonio, who's returned big. I got the price rise on him as well. And the thing that I regret is I didn't start with him in game week 1 because I discovered Benrahma and I thought to myself, well, okay, Benrahma could get the points as well. And I went with that balanced team and it wasn't right. You know, that was the wrong decision. And now I am fixing that decision. This season, when I make a mistake, I'm going to fix that mistake. So Antonio is in my team. As you can see, they're 36.8% owned there. So it's highly owned right now. And I had to make some money elsewhere. So I removed Mahrez, that is 9 million. I just can't trust him anymore. Even though if he plays the next game, it's fine. I don't even really care if he scores a hat-trick. I removed him and I brought in Greenwood because Greenwood is still a differential and it's a player that I want it in my team on Sunday afternoon. And Sunday afternoon, I was thinking to myself, maybe I can go and get Greenwood right now because he's about to get a price rise. But I thought to myself, hang on. Let me just wait and see what happens in that West Ham versus Leicester City game. There might be an injury or so. There wasn't, and I made those moves. So, Antonio and Greenwood in. Here we go. So, before we go through the team, let's have a quick look and see how well my team has performed in game week 2. As you can see, I've got 70 points, which is pretty damn good. Above the average of 56. Good game week rank there as well. So I'm inside 600k. Although when Benrahma scored that goal, I was around 250k. However, looking at the overall rank right now, I think I'm around 10 to 15 points behind top 100k. So it's so close, it doesn't really matter right now. And as you can see, my team has performed decently. As you can see on the defense here, so I'm just going to go through this quite quickly because I already created a video for this. Sanchez with 6, Tsimikas with 11, Shaw with 4, Trent with 12, Benrahma with 12. I mean, what a return from him. I've got a decent amount of price rises from him as well. Fernandez with 1, got himself a yellow card. Barnes is the only player now that is a risk, and he had a price drop. But because I got a lot of price rises from my other players, I'm just going to take that. Salah as my captain, 6 points there. Miles came off the bench and scored a goal with 6 there. Tony with 2. And Ings continuing to score even though he hasn't taken that many shots. And I'm hoping that he can return big here. Then I'm thinking to actually remove him for Calvert-Lewin. I'll go through my transfers in a second. And as you can see there, on the bench, only player played is Ireland with 1. So 70 points, not too bad, not too bad. I'm just going to quickly go through this. As you can see, from 700,000 to around inside of 600k, little bit of a green arrow. So I'm hoping that I can get a big green arrow and get closer to the top 100k mark. So let's move on to my team. So as you can see, Sanchez in goal against Everton. I think this is a good fixture for Brighton to keep a clean sheet. I know that a lot of people are going with Calvert-Lewin, but I think game week 4 and onwards, Calvert-Lewin looks better. If we move down to my defense here, as you can see, Eileen is going to be playing for me against Burnley. So I'm hoping that he can return there. I think this is a good fixture for Leeds to actually get some big returns. I'm looking at removing maybe Barnes to Rafinha for -4 point hit, but we will see. Luke Shaw against Wolves, very good fixture there to actually keep a clean sheet. I think this is going to be a very close game, so we'll see what happens there. Trent against Chelsea. Look, playing Trent because, you know, he's on a lot of the set pieces, so, you know, it could be a high scoring game, it could be a 0-0, we don't know what's going to happen. So I'm benching Tsimikas because I think Robertson could be back, but we will see. You know, Tsimikas could play, he could return as well, so that could hurt, but we'll see how things go. So I'm just going to go with Trent there. And as you can see in the midfielders, I got Ben Rama at home against Crystal Palace. 6.2 right now, 19.7% owned. I can see him getting another price rise. Very good returns from him. Very good fixtures for West Ham to continue with their streak. So very happy with him. Bruno Fernandez. A lot of people might captain him against Wolves, but I might actually go with a different captain option this week, but we will see. Harvey Barnes is a risk of mine, 6.9. However, a good fixture against Norwich away. So we'll see how things go. I'm hoping that he starts, but there is a big risk that he might not. He did get a price drop, so that kind of hurt my team value. However, my overall team has got a lot of price rises, so that kind of helped out with this price drop. So it's fine. So I'm not worried about that too much. Salah, we don't know what's going to happen, and we don't know what he's going to do against Chelsea at home. Greenwood, like I mentioned before, I think this is going to be a tough game for Manchester United. But if someone's going to score a goal, it's going to be Greenwood. 7.6 there, 12% owned, so big differential. And as you can see, like Greenwood, Barnes is a massive differential right now, and Ben Rama are my differentials to kind of get me those extra points that I need. Eileen, 13.0% owned there. There's a chance, you know, if he can keep a clean sheet, I'll be very happy with him. But yeah, so that's the midfielders, and let's move on to my strikers. And as you can see, Antonio is going to be my captain. I have looked at like a transfer planner, captain planner, and I have looked at, you know, different captain options, and Antonio is one of those players that could get big returns in this game week. So that's why I'm going for Antonio. 7.7 right now. I've got the price rise on him as well, which is fantastic. 36.9% owned. The fixtures are looking good. Antonio is going to be my captain. And Danny Ings, I think this is his last shot to bring us the points. Then I can remove him for Calvert-Lewin. Great fixture at home against Brentford. So as you can see from my substitute bench, Tsimikas actually turned out well, right? Look at that, 6 and 11. 4.2, got the price rises. I'm not in a rush to remove him right now, but he's going to be on the bench in game week 3. So that's the team. I made early moves, but I went for those moves because I want those players in, and some of them were getting some price rises. If I look at some transfers, and as you can see, guys, I still got a lot of money in the bank because of those price rises, and I left like 0.5. I've got decent amount of money in the bank, so I can do a lot of movements here. I can remove bars if I wanted to take a -4 point hit, but I don't want to do that, guys. I do not want to do that, but I could do that and set my team up. I can remove him and bring in Rafinha. That has got a good fixture away against Burnley. So I could do something like this. It will cost me -4 point hit, and I still got 1.2. So good. I like the fact that I got money in the bank. I like the fact that I got money in the bank because I can do a lot of things with this. I can remove Harvey Barnes for like Mason Mount if I wanted to. 7.5. I know a lot of people are going with Lukaku. And I can understand why, but I just did not want to destroy my team. That is it. If I'm going to bring in Lukaku into my team, I'm going to wildcard. That's the deal, really. So I could do something like this, and I still got 0.2. But I don't want to take a -4 point hit. I'm going to go with this team. With Tsimikas, I'm going to leave him on the bench. And in game week 4, let's have a quick look at it. In game week 4, they've got the 3 Manchester United players against Newcastle. This is a very good fixture. I can go ahead and bring in Mason Mount against Aston Villa. That's a good fixture for him to return. I've got Antonio and Ben Rama. Let's have a quick look. Maybe I can go for an Arsenal player, but they're just not performing really well. I can still go with Rafinha, or I can go ahead and bring in Calvert-Lewin. So I'm thinking to myself, my future transfers are basically maybe removing Danny Ings for Calvert-Lewin, which I can do easily. It's a straight swap there. Fantastic. I can remove Barnes for Mason Mount as an example. It's just an example. So these are the things I'm looking at. So these are the 2 attacking players. But for, let's just say I want to upgrade Tsimikas. As you can see, I got 0.8. I can do that and bring in a 4.9 million defender if I wanted to. So yeah, those were my transfers. Those are my thoughts. We've still got a couple of days more left before the deadline. I had to make these transfers. I had to fix the team up. I'm actually really, really happy with this team. I'm hoping that they can do well in game week 3. Then we'll just see what happens in the international break. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys found this useful. If you are new to the channel, please do subscribe and drop a like in the video, as it helps my channel out a lot. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.